Oh, this thing's turned all the way down. All right, I guess I'm live. We guess we're live. God bless you. All right, turn me up. Turn me up in your headset. Turn me up on your phone, your headphones, cell phone. Turn me up in your car if you're driving. Y'all turn me up um, on your laptop. Be careful how you turn me up on your job. I don't want nobody to get in trouble. Okay, try to come on with their encouragement on this morning. I had to break away for a moment. Break away, as we say, as they say, steal away. I had to, I had to steal away for a moment. And try to come on and give our encouragement on this morning. Listen, saints of God. I've been teaching, preaching, exhorting. My Bible studies have all been about having your own personal relationship, knowing God for yourself. And we keep saying how the time is so critical. Okay, it's so critical that you need to know for yourself who God is. Okay, you need to have your own personal relationship with God. Now, I know this don't make a lot of people happy. It don't make us happy because it takes the ominous, okay, off of the leaders. The leaders now can't be kings. Okay, we can't be kings, we can't be tyrants, we can't be dictators, okay, in this thing that we call church. Why? Because there's only one king, and we that are call ourselves believers, okay, Christians, servants, disciples, okay, followers of Christ, of Elohim, okay, the Most High, whoever we call him, okay, you must have a relationship with him. It always starts and ends with him. Okay, those of us on the side are just workers. Okay, Paul said it best. Paul said, one planet, another water, but God gives the increase, right? So God is always the main focal point of what we call ministry. He should always be the main focal point of what we call the gospel, okay, of what we call church. Your relationship must be with him alone. Thank God for leaders. God bless you. God bless you. We thank God for leaders. We thank God for the help. We thank God for ministers. But even, like I said, even Paul would say, who is Paul? Who is Apollos? Okay, who are we but ministers of whom you serve? That's it. That's all we are. Okay, so you have to be careful not to fall for the deception. Okay, there's a whole lot of deception going on in what we call the church. There's a whole lot of what I call cult tactics going on. And I got to say a name this morning. I got to say a name. Okay, I try to get away from this. Okay, I try to let uh, demons in the church that God are pastors. I try to stay away from all this, but there's some things that are just so obvious and so blatant. I think one scripture tells us to mark them. Okay, point them out. And I don't want to be like I'm the one always criticizing or whatever, but we must develop a prayer life and a discernment so that you can tell who is of God. Now, in order to tell who's of God, you got to have God first. Okay, you have to have God first in order to tell who's of God. If you don't have God, you will never understand, okay, who God is. So we have to be careful not to be deceived when it comes to God, okay, when it comes to Elohim. Oh, we're talking about the church. We're always talking about the church. Okay, you must develop your own relationship. So there's something I heard, something I saw. I saw how Jamal Bryant was getting the church to say abracadabra in the church. If you need something from God, if you don't need anything, don't say anything. But if you need something, I need y'all to come on and say abracadabra. It's going to happen. All these things are tricks. This is introducing demonic activity in the temple. Now watch this. Not to call my friend on this one. I got to call him on this one. Okay. Um, what is the scripture says how that the Antichrist will sit in the temple of God proclaiming that he is God. Okay, we knew this was going to happen in the last days. Now, I had mentioned before, could this be not necessarily somebody that's in a red suit, pitchforks, and horn come strolling into the church and then proclaim he's God? No, that it. Could it be that the world society has crept into the church and setting itself up as, y'all look at me, I'm the one that saved you? Could it be? Now, if it is this, saints of God, is already going on. This is already happening. And when you have leaders, now again, I'm going to say his name. Y'all look it up. Jamal Bryant, please, if you're a member of that church, share this with them. If you're a member in the church, you got people go, please share it with them. Because church folk, we should know better. We should know, again, you got to have God in order to understand or realize if something's of God. So when you have stuff like this, where you got leaders, famous church leaders, jumping up and telling you to say some type of hocus pocus spell word, magical, everybody in the church, come on, say abracadabra, and you're doing this. And everybody in the church is jumping up and repeating what you're saying. Not only is this blasphemy, okay, but you're introducing sorcery into the church. I'm sorry. Seemed like something got in my eye. Okay? You're introducing sorcery, witchcraft in the church, saints of God. And because the people, unfortunately, the people that go to the church don't really have God, then they are following this foolishness. Now watch this. Matthew 24. When they asked Jesus, Lord, tell us the signs of your coming. Tell us when is the end of the age. And the first thing the Lord told him was, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Okay? Now, saints of God, this is going on. There are a lot of preachers coming saying that they've been sent by God. They're coming in the name of Christ. They're using the name of Christ as a drug because most of us in the church, unfortunately, watch this, most of in the church are spiritual potheads. Most of us. Okay? Most of us in the church are looking for that spiritual high to get us through Sunday so we can make it through the week. Instead of seeking God for yourself, developing a relationship, a closeness with God for yourself, so that when somebody like this comes along with some spiritual hocus pocus, you can say that is a doctrine of devil, because that's what it is. And for the whole church to get behind, yeah, preacher, abracadabra, no, all that's witchcraft. We, saints of God, we need to study to show ourselves approved. A workman under God needed not be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. We have to get back to studying. We got to get back to gaining a better knowledge and understanding of Elohim. We got to. Okay? We're still fighting over whether you call him Jesus, whether you call him Lord, whether you call him Yeshua, okay? Whether you call him Yahok. We're still arguing over this elementary stuff. And we're not learning how to surrender ourselves under the mighty hand of God. We're not seeking his knowledge, his face, so that we will understand what the times are. The enemy got a lot of us so blinded, so full of hatred, so full of spiritual envy, that all we're doing, saints of God, is spinning our wheels and wasting our time. We're following blind leaders. Okay, I think one scripture says, dumb dogs who can't bark. I know I was a dumb dog. I was a blind leader. I was saying a lot of the stuff that everybody was saying. I was living in hypocrisy. Okay, but I had to start learning for myself, growing myself, asking God to give me understanding, to give me wisdom, not just following blind leaders. Saints of God, please wake up. We that call ourselves preachers are introducing pagan rituals, the world tactics, cult tactics into what we call the church. And we're getting people to follow by the droves. And nobody, it seems like nobody wants to wake up. It just seems that way. I'm sure people are waking up. Please don't be deceived. Please don't fall for deception. Ask God for understanding. Ask God for wisdom. Ask God for enlightenment. Ask God for discernment so that you can see whether you are really on the right side or not. Again, I know this is not popular. I know this is not popular. I know it's not entertaining. I know people want me to come on and tell you going to get $1,000 and God going to bless you and give you this and proper lie. I know that's what we want today because we've been conditioned to desire the lie. We want the lie. Instead of having the truth, feed me a lie. That's where we are. Saints of God, my prayer, as Paul said, my prayer for Israel is that they might be saved. For they have a form of godliness, but not according to knowledge. God bless you on today. Go and be great.